In my 18 years, this has never happened. And I just want to dedicate a segment to it. I am fascinated by this.
Okay.
Rico, this program, and for better or for worse, Kenny and Roberto and David included, this show's been invited to a wedding.
Oh.
Now, I will tell you, the unmitigated balls of this couple to send a wedding invite to this radio show, I give them credit. I mean, they just literally don't give an F, and they're like, screw it, put it in the mail, see what happens. I actually respect it. So, Mr. and Mrs. William Vincent and Mr. and Mrs. John Ott are requesting the honor of our presence at the marriage of their children. Joy and John's wedding. This is Saturday, June 25th at a church that I'll leave it nameless, not important. But a letter was attached. And I want to read this to you because this is something.
You see the invitation?
Yeah, here, I want you to take that. And I just have to, because honestly, I'm fascinated by this. And then we started kicking this around pre-show. I go, what are we even doing? Why don't we just go on the air with this? We're going to get to Cade Cunningham and the strip club hockey teams and college football. But dear, I hate when people do this. Mr. Valenti, Mr. Beard, Mr. Hull, Mr. Thickcott, and Mr. Beauchene. This is John in Clinton Township. It's why we played the 586. Rico, not welcome in the 586. This could create a real problem. This is John in Clinton Township. I've been a fan of you guys since 2020. So a newcomer. A year after I moved to Michigan, I began listening to The Ticket. I'm originally from Pittsburgh. And I have to say, this show is, well, I'll leave out some of the things he said here, but the show is wonderful. I don't want to make anybody feel bad about themselves. This is all about positivity today. We're all about love and positive vibes. How about those Tigers, huh? All right. Every Wednesday at 4 last summer, I made an appointment listening to Getting to Know Roberto because that was the best segment I've heard on radio. I was disappointed when it was all over. I love the picks and Fridays during football season. And I also like the sound bites like crack and tonight I want oral, Roberts. Just accepted and whatever, nerd. The various Christmas lists and songs by Roberto are David remixes. So, Roberts, I especially enjoy the show because you guys tell it like it is. My fiance Joy and I are getting married on Saturday, June 25th. Wanted to make sure you guys are invited to the ceremony. Now, question on that in a moment. Tell James Cookies Costa he's also invited because
the cookster,
because he deemed the text my fiance sent to the text of the day the best he's received. And again, love the show and keep up the good work, John and Joy, with a heart at the bottom if you'd like to investigate this. Here's my question. Wait, so we're invited to the ceremony, but not the party? How does that work exactly?
I think anybody that gets the invitation is also invited to the reception.
That's what I'm thinking, too.
We have to talk this through. This is now.
This isn't the reception address at the bottom?
No, it's a damn church, isn't it?
No, I think that's the address of the
here's the address of the church on here. On the
that's
back
the
and right here is a different
Here's
address.
the real question here. I'm being serious. 18 years of doing this. That has never happened. But, David, yes, please. As
Kenny needs to speak here.
I said maybe don't hold those up right by the camera. With the addresses of all the people on them.
Why is John and Joy's love not for everybody?
I know some of our listeners might have a bad intention with the possible address.
You can't leave John and Joy alone. The point.
What loser's going to go after John and Joy?
John and Joy seem like lovely people, but here's my thing. There's no way you can do this. I mean, here's right. Can you imagine Rico just elbowing Mr. Ott right out of the way, walking the bride down the aisle? What a moment. Kenny stumbling onto the red carpet as the flower girl. Ah!
That seems more like a Roberto.
Oh, no.
Roberto gets up and he pulls my man from old school. Let me tell you about this wedding. First of all, you think your love is great, and then you come home early one day, and there's your wife. I'm
going to give a curse toast.
Right.
You're going to have kids that don't like you.
And we're going to stop it right here and end it with love, because that's what you guys have.
Now, what if we find out that this is the only letter that's sent out? Let's say we showed up and Craig Monroe is there.
Well, see,
and,
automatically,
Johnny Kane.
Yeah, a real who's who, huh?
Jim Price is.
It's actually a Bally wedding. I'm asking a serious question, though. Like, what would the actuality of us showing up to this be? I think it's yeah, of course you are, because it's free alcohol. See, here's the thing. I think if you're going to do this, though, you got to roll deep. I mean, I think
so it's already it'd be 5, 6 of us if we
yeah,
take
but
cookies.
that means we would need 6 armed security. No, I want earpieces and suit jackets.
Okay, that's when Joy is going to be like, seriously, dude?
That's not my problem.
You invited these clowns to my day.
I'm not sure about that. There's a detail in that letter that says she sent the text to Cookies when he was on
Right,
the air.
we show up with security with
Then that
earpieces.
changes
yeah, but then
everything. Yeah, okay.
The Marquis on the move. I just feel like this is I'm with Roberto. This could be a hit. That's the problem I have.
Worst case, we have radio gold. RFR, we go to this wedding.
I know.
Stories
Whatever
would be
happens,
amazing.
happens.
Listen, I'm intrigued because, again, 18 years, this has never happened. Therefore, I want to pay it the respect it deserves. Now, I think at a minimum, as a sign of good faith, we need to find out if they're registered. And I think the show should purchase the new bride and groom a wedding gift. I have no issue with that. Now, showing up, though, I don't know.
You're setting a precedent now.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Because I'll never do it again.
Everybody who's getting married
this
is
is
now
it.
licking the
Every
back of an
future
envelope.
bride and groom who send an invite, it will be thrown immediately in the garbage. You have to honor the first to try this. I mean, think about the hubris that they're going to send this invite and we're just going to show
Roberto
up.
was in the second he heard wedding. He was like, "Hey, let's go. Like
He doesn't want to be at home.
And
That's
I
all
said,
that is.
There's somebody who
Tell
never
him-
gets out the house.
Tell him I'll take the chicken.
No, guys, seriously, we should go. We should go. We should really go to this thing. And it's like, can David finish the letter? Okay, but we're going, right? We're going. We're going to go, right? We're going to go.
You'll make a speech. During the speech, I'll hand you a bottom read.
Oh, no.
Mike, you got a bottom here. Hey, listen, before we celebrate John and Joy, can I tell you about David Femininio for a minute, everybody? Anybody in here been hit by a car?
Kenny, you may have just won this segment.
Anybody need life insurance?
Mike's giving the toast. David told me to give you this bottom read.
I got Mike Papura walking down the aisle. Mikey, pew 4. We got a life
Mark
insurance
Z will
question.
be there. Harry Glenn.
And while we're at it,
You do it.
Yeah.
let's just go ahead and give you the odds of this wedding lasting. Kenny, give us your pick of the day.
Hey, according to FanDuel, plus 240, these two still talk to each other in 18 months. Same game parlay.
Right.
So hold on. June 25th. What would the actuality of going to this wedding be? There's no way you can do this.
Roberto's going.
I think
No.
it's doable.
I told you, Roberto is going, even if he has to represent all of us.
I think we would need to find more details. We need to know how many people are here. I think we need to scope out the venue.
I can sit in with the band.
Oh, then it would be the Dan Band. You could do one of those renditions where you're just swearing everywhere.
Absolutely.
Once again, like old school.
Yeah. That scene where Will Ferrell's dancing with her,
Right.
and he goes, "What did
they
he just
just
say?" No. There's no way.
that.
Oh, yes, he did. David, please, your thoughts. I mean, you've married several couples. I mean, this is interesting.
Could David marry them?
Well, Roberto, you're onto something. Someone already sent that in on a text. They said David should do this ceremony.
Wow.
Roberto should DJ the wedding.
Wow.
Now, see, this is where negotiations come
Kenny,
in.
you're the bartender, I guess.
There he goes. Yes.
If Kenny wears a dickie, I'm in.
Mike gives the toast and Kenny gives the bottom read.
Like, I think if there were actual negotiations here and we could somehow leave our mark on the wedding, then it becomes more interesting. David marrying this couple right off the top, incredible. Roberto DJing, bombed.
I'm just going to be sitting back the whole time laughing. Like, I cannot believe this actually happened.
Well, wait, that's my point, though. We're creating a moment.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Your moment is you got to give up and give the toast. All right.
How am I going to give a toast to people I don't know?
It doesn't matter. You're the marquee.
I don't know that I'm comfortable with that.
Mike's
I
up
don't know
here.
anything about these
I know
people.
I don't know anything about you, but let me tell you about this.
Let's think about it.
My God, Jason Tatum blows.
Right,
Okay?
they
I
like
just want to
the-
let you know he sucks. Yeah.
I
okay.
hope your marriage is better than Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Guys, I just want you to know, spring is here.
Right.
Right.
And then you
You
know
get
what?
a complete season of camp.
And I hope you can finish better than Tatum can.
Right.
So just hope your honeymoon is better than the Celtics in Game 3
Like,
where
think
they
about
didn't
it.
show up.
Plus, he says that they like the show because we play stupid crap like this. Nothing to do with the sports content.
Could you imagine if we show up with a boombox and just randomly hit drops during the ceremony?
Listen.
Married 2 dongs.
Right. So Mrs. Joy.
To have and to hold.
So, John, what would you like? Tonight, I want oral. Roberts.
Do you take this woman?
No, that's how I do the ceremony. It's just nothing but drops.
Oh, my God. Yes.
Do you take?
Oh, no.
I'm sure this will be a big one in the 586. Get the hell out. So what do we want to do?
Well, when do we have to RSVP by?
No.
doesn't have that on here.
We're not under any pressure. If we attend this thing,
Roberto,
we
you-
show up on our terms.
Roberto, you're going to this regardless, aren't you?
There's part of me that
I'm
wants
very
him
intrigued.
to go.
I'm very intrigued.
Do you want to be the proxy to the show and you just show up?
No, I need Kenny with me.
Yeah, I'll go too. Do they have an open bar? That's the question I want to
See,
know.
this is the key. They sent their recruiting pitch, and while I'm flattered they appreciate the show and have bizarrely invited us to their wedding, there's a lack of details here that still makes me think this could be a hit.
Oh no.
We
An
show up,
ambush.
it's in the woods, ambush.
Really?
There's no details.
I'm in that area frequently. I can do a little bit of scouting if you like.
Recon.
Yeah.
I need recon. I mean, for instance, they've invited us, but there's no meal card.
You know what? I see a Bally Sports watermark on the paper.
Right. This is actually the Keating nuptials.
There's a
They
watermark in
say-
here. It'll be like the final scene in The Godfather.
Right, while they're baptizing the baby and everyone's getting killed.
Oh my God.
I'm just asking the question. If it's a legitimate wedding, where was the meal card? How could we RSVP? Kenny can't select beef or chicken.
You were right about that. We did not get that selection.
Was it any more to this, or was it?
It
No.
was just that.
Blueberry.
You know what? Maybe they just figured let's just send it, and probably they'll turn it down.
Right. These jackasses won't even read it.
Well,
Except we
that's
did.
all the more reason to show up.
That's where blueberries. I don't know, guys. Look, ticket texters can rifle these in. We're gonna move. I'll hear the feedback. I think we need to take one segment and really think about this. But this was a bizarre. I've never in 18 years ever.
June 25th. Well, you know what? At least they're nice enough to have it in the summer and not in the fall.
Class act.
Yeah.
I've heard that
They're
about
not-
John.
They're not a scumbag couple.
Class acts. Now watch, we show up and they're just total nutcases.
They got like a 10-foot sub. Party sub. The church is 105 degrees.
Right, it's a paper plate wedding. Everybody
Right.
pass the dish, will you please?
The reception, we find out they're Buffalo Bill fans. We all got to break a card
Right,
table.
Rico's getting thrown through a table.
I will tell you this. Coming up next, we
Yes.
will hear from an individual in the wedding.
Okay, this is good.
Oh.
No, and this is good. We're starting out on a positive vibe. I'm not going to get upset about the Tigers today, and I'm just going to move forward. We have lots of good stuff.
I really need Mike to give the speech. And somehow, how long before he can incorporate, we could play Mike Bingo. The Celtics, Tatum, Izzo,
Did you
Ben
hear
Carter.
Hold on. Did you hear what he said at the Detroit Economic Club?
No, I was here with you at the show.
I'm going to need a minute. Let me tell you about someone who knows what the hell they're